Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by RV Superstore. We do what other dealers won't. Provide a 3-month warranty on all used travel trailers and motorhomes, 2000 and newer. Call 775-727-7600 today. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Tonight on News 46, a hit-and-run driver is arrested after causing an accident. A man is injured when a tire blows up while being inflated. And the top law enforcement officer in the state speaks to students at Floyd Elementary School. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, March 20th, 2014. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. Well, a hit-and-run accident occurred last night on Highway 160 and 372.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
A 3-vehicle accident occurred last night on Highway 160 and 372. According to reports, a white van driven by a man who is said to have just been released from prison and possibly does not have a driver's license struck one of the vehicles in the intersection. That vehicle also hit another car, which was a minivan. Inside the vehicle was a junior at Pahrump Valley High School. She was injured and as a result was transported to Desert View Hospital. The man inside the van that fled into the desert behind the Pahrump Nugget was located. Nye County Sheriff's deputies conducted field sobriety tests on the individual. He was taken into custody. No one inside the other vehicles was reportedly injured as a result of the accident. Nye County Sheriff's deputies had to divert traffic around the scene while the accident investigation was being conducted by Nevada Highway Patrol. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
One man was airlifted after a tire reportedly exploded yesterday afternoon on Oxbow at a local tire shop.
Nye County Sheriff's deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue all responded to Oxbow and Hamahawaka for a man who reportedly suffered head injuries after a tractor tire exploded. According to reports, the man was allegedly airing up the tire when the tire blew out, causing injuries severe enough to have Mercy Air respond to Desert View Hospital. The man was transported to the hospital helipad where he was airlifted to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas. His condition is unknown at this time. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating the cause of this accident. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
A 35-year-old inmate, Robert Walsh, is facing new charges after being held on drug trafficking charges at the Nye County Detention Center. He allegedly fought with deputies when they attempted to stop him from hurting himself while in custody. Deputies reported that Walsh attacked them attack them when they entered his cell. He also allegedly attempted to smear blood on the officers. He was booked on additional charges of unlawful acts related to human feces or bodily fluids, 6 counts of battery by a prisoner on a deputy, injury to property, resisting arrest, and habitual criminal. Walsh was being held at the Nye County Detention Center without bail, awaiting sentencing after a jury convicted him in January of high-level methamphetamine trafficking. A female by the name of Sherry Lewis has been taken into custody for various charges relating to the possession of narcotics. Lewis apparently was in possession of nearly 1.5 grams of heroin following a traffic stop near the intersection of Charleston Park and Barney Street. Officers reportedly found 2 baggies of dark brown substance believed to be heroin on the floorboard where Lewis had been sitting in the vehicle. They also located cash and a scale inside a billfold lying on the back seat. Lewis was then placed under arrest and transported to the Nye County Detention Center to be booked into custody. At the jail, an additional baggie of suspected heroin was allegedly discovered in Lewis's shirt. And a 2-vehicle accident occurred this afternoon right after school was released at Pahrump Valley High on Mount Charleston Drive and Red Butte Street.
A 2-vehicle accident occurred this afternoon on Mount Charleston and Red Butte Street. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Rescue 15, as well as Nye County Sheriff's deputies all arrived on scene to find both vehicles sustained major damage as a result of this accident. One person inside the white sedan, which was traveling southbound on Mount Charleston, was transported to Desert View Hospital. The other 2 occupants inside the white sedan that appeared to be making a left-hand turn onto Red Butte were checked out on scene and released. And their mother arrived on scene as well, and all were visibly shaken as a result of this accident. Nye County Sheriff's deputies were able to calm down all of the occupants and were able to conduct their investigation as to the cause of this accident. A second ambulance was called to the scene. However, the other occupants declined to be transported. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
All right, folks, we'll keep it here because we're going to have more local news for you after these messages.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Albertsons. You're in for something fresh.
Welcome back to News 46. Senate Majority Leader for the Nevada Legislature, Assemblyman William Horn, spoke to News 46's Deanna O'Donnell about Senate Bill 374 concerning medical marijuana.
Yeah, Senate Bill 374. About 13 years ago, the state amended its constitution to say that those who are in need of medical cannabis were allowed to have it. Unfortunately, in that period of time, we neglected to pass state laws that would provide a mechanism for those patients to get that medicine.
And so the mechanism is now kind of being established within different counties now at this point. Nye County was one of them today, kind of looking at zoning and licensing. We're allowed 1 dispensary here.
That's correct. The dispensary, which is in state statute, is basically 1 dispensary per 40 pharmacies in your jurisdiction. And so that's why in Nye County it came out to be 1, and it also goes by population as well. In Clark County, there was a total of 40 for that. So in Nye County, you're permitted to have 1 dispensary per the statute. The dispensary is basically a storefront for those with medical marijuana cards or their caregivers to be able to go in and buy that medical cannabis for them. Policy-wise, the state, we wanted to have these storefronts for this product to look and feel like a doctor's office or pharmacy.
And that's different than the cultivating facilities.
That's correct. Cultivating facilities are basically it. They grow the product. And in statute, there is no provision provided on the number of cultivators going to be permitted or licensed in the state. That's going to be taken care of through the licensing regulatory process through the state.
To view the extended interview with Assemblyman Horn, go to KPVM's YouTube page. Well, the Monster Jam finals begin today at the Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas. Jason Kolblitz reports.
The 15th annual Monster Jam World Finals features 32 trucks and is the world's largest and most famous truck tour. It is as big as it gets. The Jam has an all-new 3-day format, unique tracks for racing and freestyle. Monster Jam will be held this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, March 20th through the 22nd at the Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas. Monster Jam features the biggest names in monster trucks: Gravedigger, Maximum Destruction, Monster Mutt, El Toro Loco, Captain's Curse, and Blue Thunder. Monster Jam has 3 elements to every show: the pit party, racing, and freestyle. Come watch as we crown 2 world champions at the Monster Jam World Finals in Las Vegas. Monster Jam is the hottest, edge-of-your-seat electrifying entertainment. All 3 days, the gates open at 5 p.m., show starts at 6. To get your tickets, go to monsterjam.com or call 800-591-9198. This is Jason Koblenz for News 46.
Well, a neuroscientist at the University of Pennsylvania has published a report stating that loss of sleep could cause brain damage. Dr. Sigrid Vizi stated that the widely held idea that you can pay back a sizable sleep debt with long naps later on seems to be a myth. Long-term sleep deprivation saps the brain of power even after days of recovery sleep. Scientists put laboratory mice on a sleep schedule that mirrors that of a shift worker. They let them snooze and then woke them up after a short period and after long ones. Then the scientists looked at their brains, more specifically at a bundle of nerve cells that they say is associated with alertness and cognitive function. And what they found was damage and lots of it. The mice lost 25% of these neurons. This is how the scientists think it happens. When the mice lost a little sleep, nerve cells reacted by making more of a protein to energize and protect them. But when losing sleep became a habit, that reaction shut down. After just a few days of shift work sleep, the cells started dying off at an accelerated pace. More work needs to be done on humans. The doctors group is planning on studying deceased shift workers to see if they have the same kind of nerve damage. They hope their research will result in medicines that will help people working odd hours cope with the consequences of irregular sleep. Well, the Attorney General of the state of Nevada, Catherine Cortez Masto, visited Floyd Elementary School to talk to the 5th grade class about technology and how to stay safe when using the internet.
So, today our presentation is going to be given to you by Nevada's State Attorney General, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information about her. Her name is Catherine Cortez Masto.
Internet experienced some sort of harassment, which is an insult, or some attack, or somebody being mean, not nice, and they use this technology to be mean against you. And that's what we know is happening on the internet. So that's what I want to talk to you about as well, is cyberbullying. They may say, oh, I'm a 12-year-old boy, or I'm an 11-year-old girl playing this game, to start that dialogue and start the communication with you so that you think it's safe to talk with them. Talk with you somewhere, and unfortunately, be very mean. And you don't want that to happen. So the first thing you want to do when anybody tries to even text message you that you don't know, you tell your parents, you tell a teacher, you tell an adult, you talk to somebody, and you do not communicate with them.
Well, folks, keep it here because we're going to have more news for you after this break.